Okay, boys and girls, I really do just want to take another look at this goal that got us relegated from the top division in Ireland. So their goalkeeper clears it out. It's a big kick, to be fair, but look, our defender is not even looking at it. He's just like, oh no, don't worry about it. If I run, I'll cover it, and someone else will head the ball. Now it's just hit him on the back, and at this point, our goalkeeper's like, oh, you know what? I just thought I'd go for a wee stroll up to, halfway out of my box when the ball's on the edge of the box. And then, to be fair, it's an incredible finish, but Phillips and Oldfield are absolutely useless in that situation. And yeah, no, it's not sat with me very well since then. So I need to get that off my chest. Oldfield's left. Phillips is lucky he's on paper one of the best players in our team. Let's just try and get back up to that division. We're now in the Irish First Division, which is a very misleading name because it is the second division in Ireland. And we've played our first game, winning it 3-1, made a bunch of transfers off camera, and I'm going to show you today how you take a side that have just been relegated and get them straight back to promotion. There's the plan anyway, because in today's episode, we're going to simulate through the entire season. Not this season, this season. We're going to simulate through all of it, because to be honest with you, if we don't get promoted, I don't know if I want to spend another year at this football club. It's got to be a promotion for us. We are currently media predicted to finish second place. Only one team gets automatically promoted, but I rate us over Bohemians. If you look at the best 11, it doesn't quite have, all of our players, but it has 1, 2, 3. One of them I'm actually not starting, but I back us either way. I do think that we're going to do the job here in this division after being relegated last season. If you didn't catch that last episode, it wasn't a brilliant way to end the season, but we ended up going down after moving to Galway United. But we are here with the boys trying to make sure that we keep ourselves in this division. Keep ourselves in the race to go up, because that's what we're trying to do this season. So, first things first, we've made some transfers, and we're going to go over all the players that have left really quickly. So, this players, to be honest, all of these players here that I'm getting very low fees for, their contracts were expiring, so I was just like, if I can get some money, I will get some money. And I did get some money. So Timms has left, a left back, centre back. Tobin, a right back. Tami, a striker, has left. Torish has left, a centre back. McKelney has left, another centre back. Then a CDM. Then goalkeeper Oldfield. Yeah, no, he was not going for anything. Another goalkeeper, younger one. And another young centre-back have left. None of these players were noteworthy at all, by the way. I don't think they made a single appearance for us on camera or off camera last season, just because they weren't good enough. So I was always planning on getting rid of them. And now in terms of released players this season, we've also gotten rid of Walsh, another player that wasn't good enough. Bambara did actually make an appearance, but was never really good enough, so happy to get rid of him. Neary has left, and McDonough has left. So now we can finally focus on the players that were brought in, and let's jump into them straight away. The first one being one that I did not actually make. I can't take credit for making the signing, but it's a good one. It was a pre-decided deal on a free transfer from Dundalk in the Premier Division, and Doyle has joined us. He's not going to be starting, but he's certainly going to be one of the best rotation options and pushing for those starting spots. I think he's got great stats, great ability. Very happy with that one, and I was thrilled to have that come in, even without me making the deal. Left back is a position we needed to improve, and now I think we have one of the best left backs in the league, probably the best left back in the league. Lee, he is very good already, very good stats across the board, comes in on free as well, £350 per week, not complaining about that at all. Next signing was another one, I'm going to skip to this one. The next signing, this one, was another one that I didn't actually make myself. It was pre-decided before I joined the club. I'm not chuffed about it. Fowler's a bit average. Comes in on a free. Yeah, no, I don't rate him. He's not going to get a lot of game time. If anything, he's probably going to get none. But I recovered with another great signing. Richie Towell, who I know from my time doing Salford saves in Football Manager. And he is a decent player. And he played very well for Shamrock for a couple of years before dipping out of their starting lineup. And now coming down to us to be a huge key player in midfield. I think his stats speak for themselves. At 33 years of age, he's still got a lot more to give. £425 per week. pretty reasonably priced. Very, very happy with that signing. And I think that's all for last season. Now we can move on to this season. We loaned out McNamara, a central midfielder. We sold this man on a free, and we loaned out another youngster. Actually, this one is apparently considered to be like one of the best youth prospects of all time, according to our scout report. You know, like the 5-star ability is meant to be like one of the best potentials in the description that he has. So hopefully he can turn into something decent. Not sure we'll be here for long enough, but we'll keep tabs on him either way. Then we brought in a new goalkeeper. It had to be done. And I did go for this man because he's currently a leading First Division player, but has the potential to be a leading Premier League player. So not Barclays, you know, the English Premier League, you know, Irish Premier League. So I'm very happy with him. £300 per week. Feels like a good goalkeeper. 24. Yeah, no, I think it's a good signing. And less special signing, but only £150 per week. We needed a reserve right back, and now we have one. Connor Pepper joins the squad. He'll come in when we need a right back, because our main one is injured or tired. So that is the team, and this is the tactic. And I will admit, the whole point of this save is to try and use different tactics and not use the gegenpress. This one is marginal. Like, it's not gegenpress, but it's a dulled down version of it, and I will admit it is. Like, if we actually go to, if I created another one, a new tactic, and went gegenpress to show you what a preset gegenpress would look like. Pass out of the back. To be fair, we don't have that, and we're not quite higher. But we have the pass into space, and we have a higher tempo with standard passing, just like the gegenpress. And then obviously they have no other things going on. But you know, then for this, we've got counter and counter press just like they do. I'm being completely transparent here. We've got quickly distribute though, and a couple fewer options in them. But I think this is the one that makes me feel fine. We don't have prevent short distribution. We're only on this kind of press. We're not higher lines of engagement, and we're not stepping up more. So I think I'm getting away with it, but I will admit it is the most gegenpressy tactic we've made so far. And now how do I delete this tactic? I don't want a gegenpress in there. Clear slot, there we go. But this is what we're going with at the moment, and it's worked pretty well. We played our first game. I accidentally played it off camera. I just wasn't thinking. UCD, who are currently considered to be the third best team in terms of the season preview. So very happy to get a comfortable 3-1 win against them. The XG suggested we should win. The performance suggested we should win. 13 shots to their 5. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with it. Kaita did pick up an injury, which isn't ideal. But now we go on to this next game against a side that I think we should be able to beat very comfortably away from home. Let's jump into it. You're going to see some new, well, not debutants, but some new players in there. It's Keating, Lomboto, McCarthy, all current players. Manning, also a current player, well, former player from last season. Not sure if they're current in real life, but Tao, first appearance you're going to see. Livingston now playing in that deep line playmaker role. And I think that's going to work really well for him this season. Horgan keeping his spot right back. Phillips in centre back. Kelly's still in centre back too. Great signing he was at the end of last season. Paying him a lot, but he probably is one of the best players in our team. And then, of course, Lee, who I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I imagine it's Lee, but I'm not sure it is. So we're going with Lee at the moment. And then Bissau, Luca in between the sticks. And I'll just take another quick look at the tactic. The fairly wide is because we have great wingers, and I think that's just going to be the best way to work it. We're not going to do floater crosses now that we got Kaita out, but with him it makes sense because he is so tall. Distributing quickly, it's still sort of counter-attacking, but not too much. Inviting crosses I think is quite intelligent because we have some tall players that are decent at heading. You're 6'3", 10 heading, not the best, but still, you know, 6'3" gives you a lot to deal with. And then 6'2", 13 heading. I can't see a lot of strikers being a whole lot better than that. And also our right backs and left backs are good. So I think they'll be able to, you know, block across here and there. So yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with the players that we have in there. Here is Fowler actually making the bench. Sorry, when did I put him on the bench? Definitely prepared the sign up. I don't remember putting. I think I put the wrong player on the bench. I'm really annoyed by that. I'm actually certain I did. I didn't mean to put him on the bench. Well, That annoys me. Oh well, okay. I guess we won't have a spare winger. We have a winger in the reserves that is actually half decent, so I'm going to bring him on when Kaita got injured. But I guess I've had a mare there. But here we go. First game on camera. On camera games haven't been great, so let's hope that we manage to get a decent performance here. And my footage is slower now, and that's really annoying me. There we go. Take it up 2 steps. I mean, it feels like it's in slow-mo after you've watched it at this speed for your entire career. Oh my gosh, Lomboto's got some wheels. Goes past one, looks for the shot. If that goes into the top corner, that is a beautiful goal. I love Lomboto suddenly. I was kind of easing him out of the squad with Keating at the left wing. McCarthy, if we do have Kaita, by the way, Lomboto goes to the right, Keating goes to the left, and Kaita goes up top. But Lomboto is definitely looking like a nailed-on starter after that run. 15 pace, whew, does a lot for you. Here's Livingston. Moving it back into Kelly. Kelly moves it forward into Livingston, and Lomboto's on the ball, looking for space, gets past him. Look at that pace! He doesn't finish it. You'd expect him to finish it, but he can do wonders with that. The dribbling, the ability. Livingston, finish this. Come on. Free kick right on the edge of the area. 30 minutes gone. It is top corner. That's what we needed. 1-0 lead after just half an hour. Away from home. You would expect us to be beaten aside like this, so I'm very happy with this. And this is exactly why I want to simulate the season, because I feel confident that we're at least going to get into a playoff position, and in which case, I just really want to show you the playoffs. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of drama going on in terms of that, but, you know, if we win the title, that would be even better. But I can't see a scenario where we're not getting playoffs or title race, and Keating's offside there. Damn, I really did think he was onside there for a second, but actually, taking a second look at that, he's clearly offside. So, good decision by the referees, but not a great decision for our football club. Although, 1-0 lead and 1 shot to them, it is about as good as you can... Well, it's not about as good as you can ask for. You can definitely ask for a lot more in the first half, but we're doing quite well, and I'm happy with the performance so far. Let's keep it up in the second half, and we're straight away getting a highlight. It's Manning on it. Back into Calius, thumps it forward, trying to find our man, but can't actually get it to him. Here is Lee. On it, moves it forward. Lomboto with that pace again, and this time with the finish. Lee with the assist, Lomboto with the goal, and there's a great football club showing their class, showing their ability. And I think the key thing that I did to make this team quite good this season is I just didn't get rid of our good players. You know, like I just held on to them. I knew I had the budget to be able to do it. I knew that we weren't really panicking in terms of a financial situation, although it's not looking as flash as I imagine it did last season. We had people locked down for multiple contracts. Longer contracts. Here we go. Another great goal there. Down from Keating into Manning. That's his first goal of the season. I love that one. But I just didn't need to sell them. Like, they came up to me and said, can we leave? And I just said to them, yes, but only if you activate your release clause, because so many of them have release clause. Keating with another one. Lee with another assist. We are a good football club, boys and girls. Or if they didn't have a release clause, I just said, if they give me this bid, and then I know that no one's really going to bid for them, and if they do, the club gets like 500k. Like, it's a no-brainer for me, and I feel like that's what's going to get us across the line. A couple of signings to strengthen the squad were great, but obviously without being in that top division, damn, would have loved to have seen the clean sheet go there. But without the draw being in the top division, it's hard to make some incredible signings. Let's just hold on to the boys that we have, see out this season, and be back in the top flight next year. McCarthy's not playing great, so we are going to bring Manley on. Can he play on the right? Yeah, he can play quite comfortably on the right, so let's give him a whirl out there. Normally a striker, but we'll give him a crack today. Tau's going to come off, and we are going to bring on Mr. Doyle. Can play him that box-to-box midfielder role pretty okay. Healy's another one that came back from loan who looks quite decent. More of a younger option, but I like what he brings to the table. Congolo, I feel bad for not playing more. So let's get Kelly off and bring Congolo on into that centre-back role. Hold fire for the rest of the substitutes for now, because things are going very well as things stand. 4-1. You can't complain a whole lot when that is the result, realistically. Right back, Horgan's not playing brilliantly. Looking a wee bit tired too, so that's probably going to be my next substitute. But here's Lomboto again. He's going to go for a long shot. I guarantee it. Less said about that, the better. But I am absolutely loving him at this current moment in time. Horgan's going to come off. Can anyone play Right back, Phillips, Congolo. Can anyone play right back? Have I really not got a right back in my team? Because that's a bit of a mare from me if I've let that happen. McLaughlin can do a job, so we'll chuck McLaughlin out there and bring Horgan off, Congolo into there, back to where he was, and make that substitute. I know it's not perfect, but we'll do it for now. And Lee's playing so well. It might be Leahy. It's probably neither, to be honest. So if you can comment down below, it will take me a while to get to it because I'm pre-recording this so far in advance because I just am addicted to the save at the moment. But I would appreciate it either way. McLaughlin coming on for the last couple of minutes should do the job either way. You know, it's a left back playing at right back, same thing, same job. They can't get too confused by it. Would work by them. Their XG is probably going up quite a bit to end this game. And realistically, the statistics don't say that we should be winning 4-1. But our performance, our ability, is just doing the job for us. And when you have players this much better than the opposition at this kind of level, I feel like you kind of expect to win every game. That's what we're hoping to do off camera. We'll come back at the very end of the season. I mean, maybe I'll give you an update like halfway through. But I want it to... Yeah, no, I'll give you an update halfway through, actually. Because I want to make sure that you kind of have a bit of the ride with me. But yeah, no, let's make this one season, one episode. Let's not dawdle around. 4-1 win. That's making me feel confident about the year. And sitting pretty in second place at this point in time. We are a decent football club. Transfer window's closing very soon. I'm sure we'll come back around somewhere at the end of... Because it's not like a normal football calendar, by the way. Maybe like... here, June, but probably after we've played, like 18 games, because that's halfway through the season. So let's come back around then. Hopefully we're still around that first place. Hopefully we are in first place, actually. When are we playing Bohemians? Maybe we'll come back for that second Bohemians game. So that's probably a good shout. Let's go and jump into it. Let's simulate forward, and hopefully we're in top spot. Okay, I've come back way earlier than I thought I would. Because currently we're sitting pretty on top of the, Irish First Division. That isn't really the First Division. 3 points ahead of Bohemians. Probably not quite as much of a gap as I would want. We've drawn 5 and only lost 1. Played really good football. Consistent form. Only 1 loss, as I said. There's been no huge dips and hiccups. We're a good football side and we are on track to win the league. But it's the end of the real football calendar. Well, not the real. That came across rude. But you know what? Like the rest of the world's football calendar, and lots of jobs were coming up. So I thought I'd dip my toe and see what I could get, see what I could apply for, and I've been offered the Accrington Stanley job, which is difficult for me. I'm recording this right now, hoping that I can talk out what I'm going to do, because I want this to be very clear that I'm being honest. I actually have no idea what I'm going to do. I've not got a clue. So I'm hoping to talk it out. Okay, so here's the situation. Currently, this is not a realistic journeyman. I'm not caring about the money, but 1,000 down to 625 is kind of in the back of my... I don't need it to be realistic, but that feels unrealistic to leave, you know what I mean? But anyway, they're not giving me coaching courses anymore. That is coming into the back of my mind too. I have only been here for... When did I take over? I took over on the overview. No. Biography? No? Okay. Manage the timeline. Here we go. That's what we need to see. I took over on the 7th of October. 7th of October. So I'm not even close to that. I have not been here for a year. Not even close. I'd need to be all the way here. I've been here for like 3 months less or 4 months less than a year, which feels concerning. Look, okay, I feel like this is what I've been thinking about, because I literally had to pause it last night and think about it all day today, and I actually have not come up with it. this is a scenario. If we don't get promoted from this division, I'm automatically regretting my decision to not move to Accrington. Automatically. However, it will be middle of the season, so jobs could be popping up in the English League, and I could bag a League 2 job. Like, my reputation is still 2 stars. You know, going to a 2-star club like Accrington, even without not getting promoted with the Galway side, seems, you know, like, it seems believable. Like, that could absolutely happen. Definitely. But, like, still, you know, if we don't get promoted, it's an issue, isn't it? But if we do get promoted, like I expect us to, I'm pretty confident we will. I still don't know whether I'd prefer to be in a very probably heavily favoured to be relegated side for next season, or in a League 2 club, which I will have, by the way, the whole summer to rebuild this team the way I want it to. Yes, we probably won't be able to get it to the point where it's going to be a promotion-worthy side, but I'm pretty confident we wouldn't get relegated. Like, 99% sure I wouldn't get this team relegated. So, look, there's 2 scenarios. We could take the job and guarantee being a League 2 manager next season, and probably almost 100% the season afterwards. Or we could stay here and risk becoming an Irish Premier Division manager next season and maybe be this. But then I do think I could jump ship. I think I've just come up with my decision, boys and girls. And I don't really know why, but it's just clicked in my mind. I actually can't tell you what the turning... I guess the turning point for me is that I know that if we don't win the league, I do actually think I could get a League 2 job. I think I could still move to a League 2 club halfway through the English season next year, even if we don't get this team promoted. And if we don't get this team promoted, then I will look for those jobs. But we're currently in a good position. I'm staying at Galway. Well, that's not what I expected to happen. To be honest with you, when I applied for that job and when that came up on the screen, I really did think I was just going to accept it. But nah, we're staying at Galway. And you know what? We're halfway through the season perfectly. 19 games played. Let's show you this game against Athlone Town. See how we're going as things stand on camera. Please don't be our second loss of the season. It's away from home. But we're sticking with the Galway boys. Oh, that makes me... I feel fine about this. Even after rejecting it, I feel good. I hope that you feel good about it too. Okay, well this one is more of a dilemma, I've just realised. Bradford City have just offered me a job interview. I'm not saying I'm going to get it, but they're much better. Like they're predicted to you know, be 10th. Okay, 10th. But you know, that's like not... They were promoted last year. They finished 3rd last year. I'm just putting it out there. If I get offered this job in 6th last year. I'm just putting it out there. If they offer me the job, I think I might actually take that one. Because, you know, Accrington 20th. Bradford 6th. I mean, it's apples and oranges. Mate, I've been jerked around so much in this video. I've got whiplash. Like, I've done a 180, then a 360, then another 180, and then I think maybe a 360 again. But anyway, yeah, we're definitely going to take this Bradford job. And it definitely has nothing to do with the fact that I played that game off camera, you know, in the hopes that we would get the Bradford job so that then I could cover that. And then if, you know, then I wouldn't need to cover a game. And then, you know, if I didn't get the job, I'd just show you the next game. And we lost this game. It's got nothing to do with us losing this game. It doesn't really have a lot to do with it. But I feel like this Bradford one makes a lot more sense. I mean, as I said, they finished pretty well last season, 6th place. They're expected to finish in and around 10th place. They have the ability. They have a high reputation. They have a much bigger budget. This is such a better move than the Accrington one, and it's one that I think I can justify. Despite the fact that we are taking a dip, we could potentially be a League 1 manager at the end of next season. And again, we still have that whole window. I don't know why I'm looking there. That whole window to improve our squad, make it what we need to be. And as I said, we actually have the budget this time. If we actually look, so 74th ranked league, and then the 42nd. If we could get up to League One, that would be incredible. But for now, we're saying goodbye to Galway. And it's been a really short stint. I do feel quite bad about it. I hope they get promoted without me. But I honestly could see them not getting promoted automatically, with this situation right now, abandoning them. But we're going to take this job. I'm absolutely thrilled. I'm going to try and get this money up. Promotion, yeah, I'm fine with both of those. 700. See, that's only £300 less. I can live with that. Simulate for one day. And you know that the next episode's going to start on the screen too. But welcome to Bradford City. If you guys have enjoyed this video, smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. And let's check out what we can do in the third club of the Tactical Journeyman.